continuing education. Dr. Gill has advanced knowledge and training on TMJ disorders, and bite disorders, and sleep apnea. So welcome, Dr. Gill. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Faria. Thank you for bringing me on. It's an honor to speak to the audience about what I do.
Well, can you say a little bit about how functional dentistry is different from going to a regular dentist?
In a nutshell, functional dentistry is about proactive care. It's about looking at the why of things, diseases, looking at the root cause of diseases. Whereas traditional dentistry, as I learned it from school, is more about fixing teeth after it's reactive care, taking care of fixing teeth after they've broken down, after the structural damage has happened, basically.
Right. So most of us, when we go to the dentist, something goes wrong and we get it repaired.
Right.
And what you're saying is, let's stop things from going wrong, first of all.
Absolutely. Yeah. Awesome.
Okay. Well, tell us about your journey, why you decided to become a functional dentist.
So in my patient care, I saw a lot of breakdown of teeth, patients with broken teeth in the back and, a lot of wear. They would, despite they're going for regular checkups, they would get cavities. I would have moms come back like, my kid brushes and flosses. I don't give them any sugar. Diet is very restrictive. Like, they're not drinking juice or eating candy, but they're getting cavity every time I come back in. And, people with gum disease, their gum disease doesn't get better or it gets worse. And then, tooth wear, the breaking down. Physiologic tooth wear is okay. We all, get older, a little bit of tooth wear is fine. But, abnormal tooth wear where the tooth size gets smaller and smaller and smaller. So much of what I saw on the surface were just symptoms of something that had more to do with regular brushing and flossing to stop oral disease process. So, in dental school, dental health had to do about fixing teeth and the bite. I learned to be a great tooth mechanic, but what I came to realize after all these courses that I've taken over the years, that health has so much to do with how the muscles around the face are working, how the tongue is functioning, how the patient's breathing and sleeping, and of course, how is their foundation, the TMJ, the temporomandibular joint. I believe that the key to health is understanding this dynamic system and creating balance, creating homeostasis here.
Mm-hmm. And I think in regular dentistry, they don't really look at your airway health. Or if they do see something, they don't really do anything about it. So in my experience, if a dentist will be able to identify if someone is a mouth breather because of the breakdown in the mouth, but there's no follow through about how to change that situation. So how is your type of dentistry? How does it look at airway issues?
So in the last few years, I would say it's really come up in the last 2 to 3 years. The whole paradigm of dentistry is changing, where dentists are becoming more airway focused. So airway-centric dentists, they look at the mismatch of the upper and the lower jaw due to improper growth of the jaw, leading to, you'll see people with long faces, retruded chin, crowded teeth. Undergrowth of, jaws lead to compressed oropharyngeal space in the back of the throat, impinging the airway space, making it narrower. And you know, that's what we look at, airway centric.